Okay, so I've watched all the infomercials just like you have, and my interest has been piqued by the new Instyler. I'm going to try it out and see if it works. The claim is that it will straighten any hair, especially curly hair. As you see, I've got curly hair. It's not too thick, but it's definitely curly. So I'm going to see if this works for my hair, and I invite you to come along for the ride. The first thing I say about the Instyler is I like the design. I do like that the on-off button is all the way down here, unlike a lot of tools where when you're working you kind of can turn it off and on because it's on the side. When you close it, as you see, the bar turns. I already say I'm going to have to use a little bit of dexterity because to get the hair to go in the direction that I want it to go. All right, tune in, see how.
A couple of tools that will really come in handy are a rat tail comb and some duckbill clips. It doesn't matter if you use plastic duckbill clips like I'm using or metal duckbill clips, or even just rubber bands to section the hair that you want to flat iron and to keep the other hair out of your way. I am using horizontal partings because I want to flat iron my hair in a downward direction. Holding the Instyler with my right hand wasn't working out so well for me because the Instyler only rolls in one direction, and if I held it in that hand going in this direction, it would rough up my hair rather than smooth it down. So I switched arms. It's not very easy at all for me to work with my left hand. I don't have as much motion with the left hand, and this thing is hot. As you saw, I burned myself a few times. I like to use the Halo Mist, which is a nice shine serum by Sebastian. The first section came out okay, but it was still pretty full at the root. Now onto a smaller section. I'm combing out over the tangles. I'm going to try to get as close as possible to the root and direct the hair down. That section was smaller than the first. Now I'm going back to a thicker section to see if there's any difference in the way the hair comes out depending on the size of your section. Came out basically the same. Now I'm trying to get as close as possible to the roots. I don't like how full the roots are. I feel like I'm not able to get as close as possible. I keep having to remind myself that I have to hold the Instyler in a certain direction in order to get the results desired. The one good thing about the Instyler is by it having that spinning metal piece, it actually acts as a buffer on the hair. So I do like the shine I'm getting, but once again, these roots, it's a little full. Let me see if I can get a little curl or something in it by curling under. No, not so much, just a little. Switching to the other side, hopefully this will be a little easier for me. It's definitely easier for me to press at my root and get that hair a bit straighter and pull down because I'm using my right hand. I like the amount of shine, very nice. See if I can get a curl. Okay, and using my right hand on the right side of my head, I am able to get a bit more of a curl with the Instyler. Really important if you're using any hot tool, make sure you get out all of the tangles. You don't want to use a hot tool and have it get caught in your hair and start to pull on the hair. Be very careful with how close you get these hot tools to your scalp. Burns are never fun. Try to avoid hitting your ear and your hairline. As I just hit my ear, that was not a fun feeling. Okay, I like to wear my bangs coming away from my face, so I wonder if the Instyler will allow me to direct the hair in a direction that I like. Let's see. Okay, let me try another piece. That one didn't work out how I thought it would. Once again, the only products that I used in my hair was the Halo Mist and a leave-in conditioner. If you like my makeup, please check out my other tutorial on makeup. With this particular look is how to create a yellow flame daytime look. Make sure to check that out. I'm really trying to get some smoothness at the root. I just feel like it's still puffy, but I do like that I am able to direct my hair away from my face. It's really important that the hair lays in the direction that I want it to lay in, because I like to use the Instyler to actually style my hair, not just to make it straight. Any tool that you use to straighten your hair, you should also be able to style your hair. Otherwise, you're just putting a whole lot of extra heat on it. Last piece of hair. hairandmakeupblog.com for more how-tos. hairandmakeupblog.com.
Okay, so I just tried out the Instyler and I've seen enough to give my review. On the surface, it is a good straightener. My hair is no longer curly anymore, but what I do have a problem with is that it's really too full at the root because I wasn't able to get close enough with the Instyler. Man, that thing gets hot. It's very easy to burn yourself with it. I feel that it's a good tool for after you've already gotten a good straighten in your hair. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 7. I think that it's a good straightener. I think that it's great for touching up the hair. I don't think it's great for that original straighten. Unless you like your hair very full at the root, you'll see in a later tutorial how I get my hair really straight from root to end.